Hey, my name is Joe, and I'm an alcoholic coming to you on January 26, 2025, with the AA word of the day, and it's rigorous honesty. And this is a quote: "Who wishes to be rigorously honest? Who wants to confess his faults to another and make restitution for harm done? Who cares anything about a higher power, let alone meditation and prayer? Who wants to sacrifice time and energy in trying to carry AA's message to the next sufferer? No, the average alcoholic, self centered in the extreme, doesn't care for this prospect unless he has to do these things in order to stay alive himself." And here is the daily reflections commentary. I am an alcoholic. If I drink, I will die. What power, energy, emotion in this simple statement generates in me. But it's really all I need to know for today. Am I willing to stay alive? Am I willing to stay sober today? Am I willing to ask for help? And am I willing to help another suffering alcoholic today? Have I discovered the fatal nature of my situation? What must I do to stay sober? And the quote is from the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's on page 24, and it's part of the step one readings. And for 6 months, I read it, and this is like an old friend to me, reading this and thinking, 34 years ago in that church kitchen, we all sat around the big kitchen table and each read a paragraph and then we'd move on, or if someone didn't want to even read the past, or maybe their mind was too muddled they couldn't. But we got along and we got better every week at that beginners meeting. I enjoyed it so much. So there's a list of things the daily reflections writer asks us. Am I willing to stay alive? Am I willing to stay sober? Am I willing to ask for help? Am I willing to help another suffering alcoholic? And then, have I discovered the fatal nature of my situation? And I can say that I have experienced through people that I sponsored, three of my own brothers, and I can confidently say that it is alcoholism has a fatal nature to it. You're either going to end up in institutions, jails, or you will die. And three of my brothers died, not even knowing that it was coming. My youngest brother just stepped outside. He had an apartment in my sister's house. It was minus 19 degrees out. Stepped outside to do his vaping, which, I tried to discourage him from that. I tried to discourage him from drinking, but I thought I had better luck with vaping. And he slipped and fell and froze to death. My brother Jim drank and smoked, the two greatest causes of cancer of the floor of the mouth. And then my brother Michael was very involved in drugs, always drank and then got into drugs, shooting them up. Now I'm talking way back in the 60s. He had his first daughter when he was 12, and he was carrying that hepatitis bug around in his body for so many years. Always, nothing happened. Nothing happened. He thought he was sober. He was sober 25 years. He thought he had done the right thing, and then it came to bite him in the butt, and it turned into liver cancer, and that was the end of him. So it is fatal. I don't need anybody to say, well, I know someone that lived well. From my own personal experience, I can tell you. And when you get cirrhosis of the liver, it changes your whole life. When my brother found out that he had, he needed a liver transplant, this is before the cancer showed up. He could not go to any family function. He had his suitcase right next to the door in case he got that call that it was time to go for a liver transplant. So we had to go see him. He couldn't visit us. But that was okay because it's a beautiful country, northern New Hampshire, right near Canada. So this is a very, 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 very important step about rigorous honesty and what it means, what you have to do to get it. And if you're new and you haven't been to a beginner's meeting, look around for a meeting that has one. You'd be in there with other people at the same level as you, and it's a wonderful experience, I can say that. So that's it for me. Have a safe and sober Sunday, and we will talk to you tomorrow. God bless.